What happens when you bring two of the world's best collectors together and challenge them to go head-to-head in a 10-round auction battle? Welcome to Clash of the Collectibles. Two experts compete on a road trip treasure hunt.
Carry on whinging.
Our combatants, Great Britain's international antique star, Eric Knowles.
I'm batting for Britain.
He's travelled to Australia to take on top dealer, author and retro lover, Alan Carter.
So it is a genuinely difficult competition. I want to beat him and he wants to beat me.
You're looking at me. You're looking at me.
It's all about outwitting.
$50. I'll give you 60.
Outdealing.
Gotta watch this one.
Over $200, Alan. Are you serious?
And outselling in a massive auction showdown.
First, second, third and final, I'll sell.
Whoever wins the most rounds after 10 auctions will win the competition. Both our experts can buy anything they want, and we mean anything.
It's so you.
Because yesterday's perfect purchase could turn out to be auction day's big dud.
Paid 100 for those.
Ouch.
So fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
I want to kick you.
What a bad loser.
It's the halfway point in the competition, and the scores are locked at 2 rounds all.
Are we there? We're nearly there yet, Dad?
Not yet.
Are we nearly there?
Our road trip treasure hunt continues travelling north along Australia's beautiful east coast.
So we're here,
Right.
which is Port Macquarie.
Port Macquarie, yes.
Beautiful town on the Hastings River and the ocean. Just beautiful place.
So who are we going to meet?
We're going to go and see a guy called Mooney.
Mooney.
Mooney, who is the most amazing character you've ever met here, overseas, or in England.
OK.
We end up at a place called Nambucca Heads. That's our day for today.
Right.
Tomorrow, another day, and at the end of tomorrow,
Yes.
we end up at Coffs Harbour, which is now my hometown.
First up, a secret stash of collectibles in the strangest of places.
You're going to the Australian equivalent of a lockup.
A lockup, right, OK. Only Alan could lead me onto an industrial estate. Not just any old industrial estate, but everywhere you look, there was the word danger. Oh, my goodness me, look at that.
Let's just stop the car.
OK, all right.
Yeah, we better just see how much money we've got to spend. I don't want to open it in front of him.
No, that's very wise. OK.
$1,000.
And I've got just the same, Alan, $1,000 of spending power. And then we turn a corner, and there's a chap there just quietly sitting on the telephone in front of an open van.
Mooney, me old dear.
Man on the move.
Oh, it's a mobile store, mobile shop.
I started my life buying out of lockups and the backs of trucks.
Yeah. As long as anything don't fall from the back of the truck.
You know that on the comics, they have those bubbles that come out of people's mouths with words in, so you know what they're saying? He needs those, because nobody can understand him. You get every second word, you understand, but you gradually get the gist.
You have to climb up to have a look.
He had a display cabinet in there with some of the very best items you could hope to find should you trail the entire continent of Australasia. No, one of the rarest patterns.
Yeah, the rarest of the rare.
Yeah.
Rocking horse manure.
Rocking horse manure as rare as. This is a market I'm a bit slow on at the moment because I used to have sales of nothing else but Clarice Cliff. What is that worth?
14,500. I sell for.
$14,500.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one expensive cream jug, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Or milk jug.
This is the early one before they become stiff.
Goodness me. You looking at me. You looking at me.
Stife, 1904, original colour.
$6,500 Australian dollars. We have limited spending power.
Budget collector.
Budget collector.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we've become.
Yeah. I'm thinking, I can't see anything here that's within my price range. However, he has something called Lucky Dip, and I couldn't quite work that out, but I was all of a sudden being offered things at a price that, you know, I thought was affordable.
I have $30.
$30?
Yes.
Mine was in good nick.
Okay, got there before you. Sorry, mate. Then pulls out a Bassani head. Well, these are expensive, aren't they? That's
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beyond me. How much is it?
150 for you.
150?
Yeah, 300.
Now,
Yeah.
normally I would have said no, thank you, but I have learned a little bit since I've been here.
The thing about Eric is, where I made a mistake is, you don't tell him anything because he learns instantly, and his mind's a computer for antiques and collectibles. So I've told him about Barcy lamps. The next day, he sees a Barcy lamp and buys it, right out from underneath me.
What are you looking at me like for?
Just waiting for you.
I'll live dangerously.
Yeah,
You had 5 more seconds. I was counting.
Yeah, OK, all right, OK.
and
So the thing with Eric is, don't tell him anything he doesn't already know, particularly about Australiana, because he's going to be in there next.
Now it gets boring. It was sort of stylised fish or dolphin.
What's that marked?
$40.
$40?
Yeah. Will that sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, that's all right.
Are you going to buy that?
No, Alan,
You're not going to buy that?
but you are.
Yeah, done.
OK, I thought you would do.
I'll buy that.
Okay.
Needless to say, Alan was quick off the mark. What's that? I'll have that. What's that? I'll have that.
You want it?
Well, I don't know,
I got 100 by 50. Give you a deal.
I'll buy that.
Because you have to pay for your fuel, mate.
It was an education in every sense of the word, because not only have we got the van, he's got 2 lockups. I'll have to leave that as a mystery. It's beyond a lucky dip. I'm happy doing lucky dip.
Okay.
OK. So
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what was lucky about it, but I'm happy having a go all the same. And then, oh, my God. Yeah, it's a bit unsettling when to see the face of a woman gazing at you. What is that?
Folk art.
Is that folk art, is it?
Yeah, Australian, like shell, make out of shell.
Strange thing. How much is it?
$10 for you.
$10. Yeah. I'll put it there, eh?
Okay.
Yeah, I'd love to walk away with 6 items.
Yeah, okay.
As long as Alan only sticks to 2. That'll upset him, that will, actually.
You can't see in his units because he's got the stuff's comes right to the door. What I did, climbed up on the top of the furniture and scrabbled across to the back,
Everything moves.
looking to see, hey, is there something there that Mooney has forgotten? Can't believe it. So I get this axe stand out, and Mooney had no idea it was back there. He remembered it once he saw it, but he'd forgotten it.
I pay $100 for it.
You did
You
not.
can have it for the same price.
You did not pay $100.
I did. Cross my heart.
OK.
So I bought the axe stand for $100.
Axe?
Yeah, you put the heads of the axe in there.
Oh, really?
Some of these guys would have, 10, 12, 15 axes. So they're
Right.
using different heads for different trees.
Alan, this is Australiana, is it?
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
is.
I've never seen one of those in the UK.
It's got the chance of being a killer piece in the auction.
What do you make of that, Alan? Do you like that?
I was going to ask how much it is, so I'll tell you what I
150
make
for
it
you.
in. $100.
All right, make it halfway, 125 now.
125.
Yeah.
Done.
How much is that?
$40.
Pretty good. So you can get a lot.
Don't say anything.
No.
Sold.
No, that's
now
all
you
right.
can talk.
It's OK.
Alan does his best to shake down the price even more.
This was 11. If I remember, this was about 14. He's going to hit me with a price that's wrong in a minute and think I'm going to pay that.
Mooney, you can't kid a kidder.
But Mooney's having none of it. Alan's 5 lots cost him $355.
Done.
This is how you deal with somebody normal. OK?
190.
That's what I thought.
Eric's a little tighter, spending $190.
It was an experience. I mean, I'll never look at an industrial estate again in the same light. No, what I'm keen to do is to get in your nice, cool car,
Yeah.
get the, get
conditioning
the
going.
air conditioning on, dry out a little bit.
And then warm the car up with hot air.
Then listen.
Yeah.
And then listen
That will
to
be
you.
a change.
Yeah.
A very dramatic change. Come on, then.
Look at the dollar. Cash is king.
Back on the road on a sweltering hot Australian summer's day.
Where's the cool gone?
Well, this is the cool. Unfortunately, we've got 18 degrees here.
Yeah.
You can't go much. You can't go lower.
That's all right.
That's as low as
That's
it
low.
goes.
That's OK. So, what's the temperature going to be today, Al?
I've got no idea. It's 31 at the moment, and it's only 10 o'clock.
Right.
This is them back of heads.
Sparkles, antique furniture and collectibles. So, you been here before?
No.
Call it sparkles for some obscure reason, because there's not a single thing there that sparkles. Right?
We're back in Shedland.
We are indeed.
Yeah. That you don't know the owner. You've never been here before. He's not a mate of yours.
No.
So, for the first time ever, I'm feeling that I'm on a really level playing field, Alan. So, every day, in every way, I think I'm getting a bit better.
and better.
Yeah, yeah. Who am I kidding?
So you wander around there and have a look. Everything's a bit messy and everything's all over the place, but he has actually tried to set the place out so he'll have little sections. You've got a section for children's area and a section for nautical and stuff like that, but you have to wander around and look.
Well, as somebody who grew up in the world of vinyl, be it 45 RPM or 33, these are the things that take you back to, well, Travolta. He's going to take you back to the 70s, isn't he? Trust me, this is the best view of John Travolta, because if you want the other view, here he is. That's an ad, isn't it, for Bic razors, if ever there was one. My music, way back then, it's all about dancing. It's all about the beat. Believe it or not, I used to be a DJ. You heard it here first.
Dealer Paul is selling what he thinks is a vintage rolling pin.
Want to know what it is?
Yeah.
It's a salt pig.
Salt pig.
They used to use them on the boats so they keep the salt dry.
Right.
Fill them up with salt, and then this little nodule here, they knock it off gently and then glue it back on when it's finished.
They're not a fantastic seller, but it's a different thing. It's an unusual thing, and they're not rolling pins. Rolling pins, you have to be able to get your hands around at the end. You know, these are tiny little knobs on the end.
$40, and I've just given you $100 worth of knowledge.
Okay. $40.
Listen, I am Mr. Positive. I'm looking for anything I think I might be able to make a turn on.
After more than an hour, finally Eric finds a perfect purchase.
It's a weird composition. I've never heard of Caroline, although it's a bit abstract. People love cats. Is that
Done by a local artist.
Do you know her?
Yeah. She's one of my best mates' daughter.
Is she?
Yeah.
So I couldn't see a price tag on it. I mean, I don't do pictures. Tell me, just
I did it 85 and I'll do it for 60.
for 60. If I put my hand there, you can put your hand there. Okay.
Okay.
You've got a sale.
Okay.
And we'll put Sarah Lines on the map. I think this girl's got a talent. I'm not really qualified to say that. It's just gut reaction.
I saw a camera, just a tiny little camera. It's in its leather case, and it's got a leather holder at the end, and it's got an original sealed film.
What have you got on that?
125 on that one. It's a bit negotiable.
How negotiable? 80?
I'd go 100 on it. Just for its uniqueness, you don't see them and...
No, you don't. I don't want to argue with you too much. I quite like it.
Nah, it's all good.
I'll do it for 100.
No worries, I'll choose, thank you.
When we were in Canberra, one of the dealers there said that dealing with me was like being held up by Ned Kelly.
This one would be Alan, and this would be the poor antique dealer.
What I didn't know is I actually take my mask around with me. And I've robbed yet another dealer.
And look at that beach in the distance.
Time to hit the road again.
I mean, look at that, Alan.
Gotta get some juice.
But not before a quick fuel stop.
So that's Australia.
Do you want any banana bread, Alan?
No, thank you. If you just bring it over there, I'm just gonna wash my hands.
Do you want me to drive it?
Yeah, just try it out.
Don't worry, Eric. We drive on the same side as England.
I think these should be eaten quick before they melt, don't you?
With the temperatures outside at melting point, it's time for a break.
I bought a Kit Kat, left it in there. Forgot about it. And it just all melted.
For once, the boys are silent. How's the Serenity? Next up is one of the prettiest seaside towns on the coast.
We're in a town called Sawtell. It's about 15 minutes south of Coffs Harbour in New South Wales. Very pretty little town, known for the row of giant Moreton Bay figs that spread right across the road and give the whole street shade. It's beautiful. We're here to have a look at an antique shop across the road called Bella Cosa. Have a wander through there, see if I can find something. And hopefully, I left early this morning, so I might be just ahead of Mr. Eric.
Well, I've got up bright and early this morning.
And I left the hotel without telling Eric because I like this shop and I want to get in here
Before Alan Carter, because it's always the early bird
and see if there are any bargains. If there are,
that catches the worm.
I want to be the first one in to get the bargains.
Alan!
Yeah, fancy seeing you. Spied this chair. Have a little arts and crafts chair. I carry a pair of scissors in my back pocket, always for emergencies like this.
Alan, what are you doing? Really?
Now, he doesn't know how much it is, does he?
I mean, talk about cleanliness being next to godliness. You weren't sure if you were going into an antique emporium or somebody's front room, and it's one of those places where you'd be very careful where you sat.
Catherine, have you got a minute, please?
Yes, sure, Alan. How can I help you?
Just want to know how much this chair is.
This chair is actually on sale. It's been reduced from $85 to $70.
Really?
I'll have it.
Hang on a minute.
I'll have it.
I haven't...
Sold.
What do you mean, sold?
I've just bought it for $70.
I mean, I'm old. You know, talk about possession being 9/10 of the law. It doesn't apply to the law of the jungle when it comes to dealing in Australia.
Oh, you've got to be quick.
Gentlemen.
Yeah.
OK.
What?
I have another.
Another one?
I have another one.
OK.
I have another one out the back.
I'll have it. I'll have it. God,
There we go. I resolved the issue, haven't I?
You haven't.
You haven't really, because I was going to go for the pair.
And you can have a chair. Now, can't get any fairer than that, can
Yeah.
I found that quite amazing, because normally if you've got a pair of chairs, you put the pair of chairs together.
OK, 70,
And
70.
you got your chair.
I've got my chair.
There we go.
Honour amongst thieves, you might say. OK.
Alan spots a marquetry panel. It's not antique, but it is remarkable craftsmanship.
I know it's quite modern, but it's nice.
It's lovely, isn't
Yeah,
it?
and that's bird's eye maple. It's just a very, very nice little bit of marquetry. But it's modern.
Best on that would be 45.
45?
45. Look at the work in it. That's taken somebody so much time.
45? Look at the newness of it.
All right, 40.
I'm at 30.
You're at 30.
I'm at 30.
I'm at 35.
I'm at 30.
30. You're at 30. You're at 30, aren't you? You're staying at 30. Yes, it's yours for 30.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Eric knows his Wedgwood. It's been around since 1759.
I've not seen one of these for donkey's years, and I'm talking about 25, 30 years. So they're a bit thin on the ground. Little jars and covers like this and little boxes, you know, they're relatively 10 a penny, but not a chamber stick.
Yes, but given what I've had to do with Mr. Carter...
Well,
Yes.
listen, you know, please don't, you know...
No, I won't put you in the same boat.
No, don't,
No,
whatever
not at
you
all.
do.
So at
No.
45, I think you've got a deal.
OK, good girl. Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much indeed. The cheeky smile you've got.
Thank you.
OK, well, I'm getting a glow now. I mean, you can't witness this at home, but this is antiques in heat.
I don't know very much about art, but I do like the work of Norman Lindsay. He's got lots of interesting pictures like this one here. So this is an engraving, and it's 1945. He did this one. It's called The Picnic. And if you look, he's got all these people in his wonderful formal clothes all over the place. And then all over the place, he's got all these naked ladies. So he's very, very famous for his naked ladies.
Catherine says, I've got a few bits in the outback. I'm thinking, oh, that could be a long drive, can't it? Because I know Alice Springs is miles away. But no, she meant out the back.
That's right, Eric. This outback is a vast storage room packed with potential treasures.
You never know what's out the back of anywhere. Every dealer's dream.
Now, this is rummage land, isn't it?
Oh.
Eh?
This is rummage land.
Oh, my God.
Is it all like broken stuff or what?
No, there's bits and pieces. It's mixed up. The artwork's all OK.
Are you putting stuff down that you
Well,
like?
I just thought I'd
I'll
help
put-
you out there, Alan.
I'm putting stuff down I don't like.
Oh, I see. Right, OK. You just carry on taking it all out, Alan, and I'll take it.
and then you'll take your pick. Is that the answer? Is that the
Alan,
idea?
The minute you see something you want, I like that. That's all you've got to say. I like that.
Yeah, and then you'll jump straight on it.
So am I reading? Am I saying?
I don't think it's Grace Seeker.
You don't?
No,
OK.
I think it says...
Made in China. Yeah, maybe. And well, where can you find a volcano, eh? Maybe you stick it in the top of your pudding or your pie. That's been in Australia for some time. Do you know why I'm saying that to you?
No, why?
Because, believe it or not, this should be clear glass, but because of the amount of sunlight, this is no joke, because the amount of sunlight you get in Australia, it sends clear glass slightly purple.
Is that right?
It's true.
Or is that Alan
No,
Carter?
no.
Alan Carter
No,
BS?
no, it's not in Alan's
said
book.
you
No, it's not his book.
Because he's not asked me.
Right.
But that is true.
Is
Can you
that
see?
right?
Can you
Yeah,
see the
I can
amethyst
it's got a-
tinge?
Yeah, purpley tinge
Yeah.
to it.
He's in Australia. He's from England. He gets a paperweight. He knows where the house is.
The only contender I can think of at the moment is Kenilworth Castle.
Right.
So he bought it for $10 or something. It's where he'll get me in the end, those little bits of knowledge he's got.
I'll get one word in, or 2 words, or maybe
that's
even
all right.
3.
No,
Instead of absolutely
me
none.
and my new friend Kathy.
Have you got a minute, Kathy? Can you tear yourself away from Mr. Charming there, from the star?
And don't you forget it!
I saw this chair over here.
Right.
Just wondering what sort of money that is. Is that one still for sale?
Yes, that one is for sale.
She had forgotten it was there, and that's the point about getting out the back with people.
You don't want it, you stuck it out the back, so you don't want it. If you could get $250 for this in the shop, this would be in the shop.
I forgot it was there. I forgot it was there.
And once they've forgotten, it doesn't mean anything to them anymore.
$80.
$80.
You know, just to get rid of it now, because she's forgotten all about it. So I bought that. He laughs at me, you know, Eric, because I buy bricks and odd things, you know, and he goes, oh, what are you buying a brick for, you know?
How's $20?
Oh, $20 is all right. $20 is fine.
He bought a photograph of barbed wire. I'd soon have a brick and a photograph of barbed wire, personally.
Somebody's turned the heater up.
With the buying finished,
Look at the lifeguards.
Oh, yeah?
They're all voluntary, you know, the lifeguards.
Are they?
Alan shows off Sawtell Beach
Got to take that shot, Alan.
and his local knowledge.
That island there,
That's an island, is it?
well, it is. It's called Muttonbird Island. When they named it, a guy had come across there and he'd found this beautiful woman eating some mutton. And he went back to his mates and said, I've seen a bird of mutton on the island.
Serious?
No, that's the truth.
Really?
That's true. They couldn't call it bird mutton, could they? So they called it mutton bird. That's absolutely true.
Oh, Alan, listen, trust me.
Yeah.
I really do believe most of what you tell me.
From the beach, it's just a 15-minute drive north to Coffs Harbour, and a truly remarkable establishment called
Memories and treasures. And for me, the memory will be one that I will treasure because I felt I'd walked into another world. I am met by the proprietor. Nice to be here. Mr. David Mann. And I am stepping back into the world of retail that my grandparents would have known.
You walk in there, he greets you as if you're royalty, asks you, would you like some tea? Would you like some coffee? Would you like a drink? Would you like something to eat? He is the epitome of a showman.
These are lovely.
But the point is, it's not put on. It's real. That's who he is.
Although it's a bit redundant these days in the world of emails, etc., when was the last time you wrote a letter with it?
I'm a bit of a writer.
Oh, are you? Oh, right, OK. I bet you use a fountain pen as well.
Yes, I do.
OK, all right. No, this is good stuff. There aren't many of us left. Anyway, one stationery box. So I was somewhere, actually, in Chelsea or Bond Street or whatever. The ambience was beyond belief. And, of course, that loosens you up when it comes to your buying. That's very pretty.
Painted in reverse, and, of course, you lay your lightest colours down and then work backwards to your heaviest to give the framing.
Is that the way it works?
Yes, sometimes with a brush with 2 bristles.
Eric is deep in his comfort zone here, buying up big, including a 1950s Lalique bottle and a pair of Staffordshire terracotta jugs.
Yeah, I'll take those. You're coming home with me, you two, but it's only a limited period of time. This is just a fleeting relationship before you're unleashed onto the unsuspecting Australian public. Come with me.
David is a very cultured man.
I think it's pretty dashing good, frankly.
David shares one of his personal treasures with Alan.
This painting on ivory in an ormolu frame. It's not bad, is it?
It's absolutely superb.
And Alan's keeping it classy. No bundle buys here. He gets 3 prints and a timber filing cabinet for a total of $145.
So as we were just about to leave, he sits down and he starts playing the piano. Absolutely beautifully. It was fantastic. It's like Phantom of the Opera.
One word, 3 syllables, amazing. Yeah?
I would agree with that.
I thought it was wonderful. I thought it was so civilized.
Italy's got its Leaning Tower, New York has the Statue of Liberty, and Coffs Harbour has something pretty classy too.
There's a big banana.
All right, the big banana. Okay, all right, I'm standing here. What do we do now?
Everybody has to hold the big banana up like this, right? You're holding the big banana up like that.
Let go, let go. Le sole brille, as they say.
There's a big mussel, there's a big
Oh, the big
marlin,
mussel.
there's a big mussel.
All right, okay.
Big prawn, that's the one for you.
Yes, okay.
Further up the road from Coffs Harbour, there's a town called Woolgoolga.
I'm so sorry, say that again.
Woolgoolga.
Woolgoolga.
Yeah, Woolgoolga.
Woolgoolga.
It is such a beautiful little town. It's a seaside town. It's got a fantastic Sikh temple there. It's just gorgeous.
Spindrift at Woolgoolga is our final stop.
It's 34 degrees. You do not need 3 vests under your shirt. You're not in the north of England now.
You can't be too careful.
It's lucky for Eric, as he looks like he's about to melt.
And it's a retro shop, really. And in there, there's a lady named Aunt Tracy, and she sells glass.
Fluoro light, it goes blue. Take it out into natural light, and it turns purple.
It's mental,
But of course, you have to keep moving to get the colour change.
Yeah. I just want to see how it works. Well, I'm looking at a very simple glass vase that pleases my eye. A glassworks called Orifors saying, hello, this is paranormal glass. It's now saying, you know you want to pick me up. You know you really want to hold me. Yes, I do. You know you want to take me home with you. Yes, I do. And I'm going to take you to show you a good time.
Yes, Eric.
In Sydney. And you're going to be
From glass that talks to glass that glows.
This is called a Greta vase. When you put it under ultraviolet light, this has got uranium in it, and it's the uranium that makes the glass glow. It's not dangerous at all, but it is spectacular. What's on that, Trace?
85.
Oh, is it? We might fish it off a start when it's dull then. How much is that, Trace?
50.
50 is about where I was. Well done.
Only because it's
You
you.
knew that.
Only because it's you.
It's a deal, thank
Done.
you.
Alan immediately spots more good buys.
I bought 2 ceramic jugs from her, really Art Deco, and one of them is absolutely a stunning, stunning design. I paid $60 for the 2, and I'm over the moon with those.
Before I actually turn my head 360 degrees, he's bought about 3 objects.
They are crown crystal glass made in the 1920s in Sydney.
Is it now?
Yes.
Crown crystal.
Melon ribs, they're called. They come in all different shapes, all carnival glass, from a marigold to a real smoky colour like this one.
Interesting.
The iridescence is fabulous.
Do we do a little bit of bartering here? Can we do a little bit of a barter?
We could maybe do a little bit of a barter.
OK, all right, so...
Make me an offer.
All right, 50. What about that?
No.
Is that a mean offer?
That's a mean offer.
All right, OK.
How about we meet at 60?
Oh, well, that's... 60 is very kind.
It is, isn't it?
It is very kind. You've got very kind eyes.
Oh,
you need to be told. OK, 60 it is.
While Eric starts buying, Alan is down to his last pennies.
Are these yours?
No. No, they're D's.
Does she sell those 2 for 32 bucks?
Oh, I don't know. She might.
Can you do those for 32?
I've had both the pieces for a while now, so I'd be happy to let you have them for $32.
Very nicely done. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Thank
Great.
you, Alan.
Thanks. That's it. Spent out. I'm spent out. Done it.
Winners.
How on earth does this work? So that goes on the wall. That's the light. That's the fitting. What worked it out? It goes over this bit. Hang on. So that fits in there. That's it.
Eric finally figures out how to assemble the Art Deco light and buys it for $70.
I've got $90 that I have to spend, so that's 55. That leaves me with 35, and I spy, with my little eye, a little bit of northeast England. I think overall, I have such a great cross-section of objects that I'm hoping that if one doesn't really come up to muster, then one will sort of leap forward and, you know, auctions, you can use an alternative word for auction, and that is lottery, because it is one big lottery. You can never, ever foretell the outcome of an auction.
It's round 5. We're halfway through the contest. Alan and Eric are locked at 2 wins apiece, but in the profit stakes, Eric leads with $1,130. Alan has $1,100. Today at Lawson's Auctioneers, all the boys' 35 lots face their moment of truth.
Well, here we go. Well, you see, I'm not hoping to win. I'm hoping that you're not going to win. I think that's better karma. I think it's better karma.
Is it?
I think so. Maybe. Hey?
Yeah, maybe. Today's ringmaster is auctioneer Simon Hill.
Yes, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to edition 5 of Clash of the Collectibles, the battle between the luminaries, Mr. Eric Knowles and Alan Carter.
I just want to beat him. He's been driving me mad.
Eric's Bushell's tea caddy goes first.
He bid no money at all. $35 worth of rust at $35. Is that a bid, sir? 40 is now. At 40 bid and I'm out.
We're at $40, I'm being paid 30 for it. Whoop, that's a good start.
Probably my favourite in this batch. It is the Oak stationery box. $40, $50, $60, $70 starts it away here with the absentee bidder now. It's $70 only. At 70.
Come on, where's the action?
At 70.
Find me a buyer.
All done and finished.
Find me a
One bid
pulse.
only.
In Australia, they like things polished.
Oh, is that right?
$70 only. Selling now and done. No further.
Oh, well, somebody had a good buy there, didn't
A profit's a profit, Eric, even if it is only $15.
$35.
This small jade panel cost Eric $30.
At 40 bid.
I can't buy those for £200 or £300. Where are they? So.
$30 only, sure. We'll sell it out for 40.
No,
Quick
we're
sell.
not.
All done. No further. Simple as that, sir. 40 to the buy.
Remember that
503
retro
is a
shell picture
framed
Eric
shell
found in
art.
Mooney's shed?
Here we go.
It's a bit of nonsense. It's so bad it's good.
A couple of thousand. Oh, sir. How about 20? 15 starts it, thank you. At 15, at 15. I'll meet you in the middle. 15. Thank you, sir. At $15. At 15 now bid. At 15.
Is that all?
$15
Is that
bid.
all? Okay,
Time to
50.
take home this afternoon.
Come on.
779,
Okay, it's a profit. It was only a $5 profit, but it was a profit.
Eric thought his $45 Wedgwood candlestick was a bargain.
40, 30.
Oh, come on.
You tell me.
It's a rare thing, that. Rare.
$20 starts it. At 20, away we go. At 20. At 20. Gentleman's bid at 20. No competition. There's no further interest. We'll sell it out for 20.
Okay, fair enough.
Last chance.
So it was time for my Busoni bust of a girl. Only small. I mean, a fraction of the size of the thing that Alan had sold in the previous round.
At 575, 600, $625.
Wow.
At
What's that?
$625.
What's that?
So he bought it for $150, and that's a punt for Eric on something that he knows nothing about outside his line.
At 220, 240, I must take. 240 here with the
240.
absentee. No bid now. 260, 280 I have.
280.
Plenty more to go. 300, 325 is my bid.
$325. Double your money without any hitch. That was a real lift, because I'm taking Alan on at his own game. He's probably wishing he'd never told me all about Busoni figures, but hey.
Here's the situation. Eric has sold 6 lots for a total of $510. That's a $190 profit. Nice one, Eric, old boy.
Love this little case.
Now it's time for Alan's buys to take centre stage.
In Sparkles, and this is following your nose, was a little miniature camera in a leather case. And I'd never seen one, and I know absolutely nothing about cameras.
And 140 takes
That's
it
all right,
out.
wasn't it, Alan?
I paid 100 for it.
That's right. Quid's in.
That was a punt.
But in the end, I actually made a profit. That's following your nose.
Alan's next lots sell quickly.
At $100 we'll sell.
He gets $100 for his $70 filing cabinet.
In profit?
$30.
All right.
$5 we sell.
Vladimir Trechikov made millions from his art.
I've been selling it out for 55. At $60 in the front row now. All done.
It was $30.
That's doubled your money. And his Japanese woodblock print sold for...
Sell to sir for 90.
I bought it for 45, so it's still cheap.
You get a lot of fish in that, Alan, eh? I'll take a salmon.
Alan's $40 fishing creel catches a $60 bid. At this stage, Alan and Eric are trading blows without a knockout in sight. Alan's made a $165 profit against Eric's $190.
Now, next came those arts and crafts chairs that we both paid $70 for.
We bought one each.
Yeah, okay.
Time for a split sale of the 2 identical hall chairs bought in Sawtell.
The one on the right is Alan.
Just to be sure, your left or mine?
Well, it's your right. Okay. The darker one is me. Yeah.
Alan's chair.
Correct.
Lot number 512.
Thank you. Clear as mud, everybody.
55, 60 now, 65, 70 is bid, 75, and...
So Alan sold this for $75.
He should buy it. The next one cheaper.
512A. Eric's chair.
Yes, yes, yes.
Will someone really pay more for Eric's chair?
65, at 65, at 65, 70 now, at 70 now, 75, at 75. Come on, we can't have a draw. 80, thank you, sir.
$80.
At 80.
Hey, come on.
$80 now.
There was a bit of auction room shenanigans going on there. It was clear that the buyer of the first wanted to buy the second. There was an underbidder that took him a couple of extra bids. I believe it's his friend, so yeah, a bit of fun and games in the auction room always helps things go along.
At $95 the bid now, that's you, sir, at 95.
Can you owe me $10 on the chairs? Because my one goes for 75, your one goes for 95.
Yes.
You should take $10 off of that and put it on there. That should be 85 and 85.
Do you know, Alan, I should do that, but I'm not.
What?
But I'm not going to. No, I'm not. You know, a profit's a profit. It was a significant moment for both of us. I win, you lose, Alan. Simple as that.
Alan might need to sit down as his $80 bentwood hits the floor.
$50 will take it at $50, takes it from you, $100.
Then Alan's office seat sells for just $50, wiping $75 off its cost price.
That's why auctions are jeopardy.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Oh, yes, the axe stand. I love this. I'm going to get my mother one of these for Christmas.
It's a circular stand where you put the axes into slots and then they hang down and fit into other slots. They're very Australian.
At $220 the bid is seated, my buyer's out. At $220 no further.
220. But Henry VIII had a big one, you know, with names put on the blades, you know. Yeah. Anne Boleyn, Catherine Howard, Thomas Cromwell. Yeah, Thomas More.
You have a bit of a sixth sense of humour sometimes.
Yeah.
One happy buy got Alan's pencil holder for $50.
I started out buying a small bronze dolphin, a mouth open that holds pencils.
Vaseline glass, salt pig.
And Alan's old salt container looks like a rolling pin, but isn't.
At $30 only one bid. Well, one bid only at 30 and selling, are we sure, and done at $30.
So I'm going to take it home, look it up on Wikipedia, and just entertain my friends at dinner with the salt pig story.
This auction's 35 items are rushing out the door, but some at seriously knockdown prices.
50.
$10 only.
Oh, no, it must be worth that.
Goodness me. We don't often ask for $5, but in this case I'll make an exception. Thank you, sir. $5 starts at $5.
Is that all?
At $5. At $5. I have $5, but you can be 10. All right, good on you. $10 bid. At $10. That's all we need. A bit of warming up. At $10.
That's break even, I think.
Yeah, that's what they bring.
Now, I bought a wonderful frosted wall light in green glass. It's in 2 sections. With its original electrical fitting, date-wise around about 1925. I paid $70 for it.
$40 starts it away at 40.
No.
At 40, it's cruel.
It's cruel, but
At
life
40,
is.
but we'll take it. 45.
Yes.
45.
I want a bid.
45.
Please let me
50
bid.
now.
I had dreams of it making 175, but it wasn't to be.
And sold for 75 to buy number
75. Well, they say there's a bargain in every auction. Lot 529 was that bargain.
Then a bunch of lots have mixed results.
Selling for 75 at 160. Good price, 160 and 59. Made for Orifors. $50.
So what did Eric's Deco crystal vase sell for?
For $110. So, you know, one minute you're down, the next minute you're up. This is a seesaw. It really is a seesaw of a ride.
Here's where our dynamic duo are placed. Alan has sold 11 items for a profit of just $185, while Eric's 14 items have returned him a robust $325 in profits.
They're fantastic quality.
And he's hoping for more on his Staffordshire terracotta jugs.
At 80 the bid now. At 80, 90, 100 I have.
To be honest with you, I expected more. I bought them for 85, I sold them for 100. But again, I was just grateful to have that profit because I'm slowly chipping away at any lead that Alan might just have.
Alan's after a bright price for his uranium glass vase.
Their rim on a step.
Yeah, I know a lot of uranium glass collectors. They have one common denominator. You see them glowing in the night on the way home from a uranium glass collectors convention.
Selling for $75, no further. As we near the end.
This is nice.
40 to go, 40, 30. We'll start me at 20 then.
God, this could be a... By this stage, things have gone a bit quiet.
Shakes the head at $30, selling it out no further. What do we say, guys? $50 to start it away.
Yes.
Bring out the lemonade.
Yes, yes, let's say 100.
40, 30. Going the wrong way here. Who's got $20 to start it away?
Eric takes a hit, losing $30.
It's time for my cat painting. Now, I'm quite thick-skinned, but I've been baited somewhat about spending $60 on a modern picture.
It's a Sarah Lines.
It is a Sarah Lines.
She does cats.
OK, just remember this moment in time in 5 years from now.
180.
Good.
180, 190, phone bidder. 200, still in the game.
200,
200.
eh?
200. 220 with the phones now at 220. At 220.
Result.
No further interest.
This picture just cheered me up, and I don't even like cats.
But that is where Eric excels, in following his nose and seeing something that other people don't recognise. Because I wouldn't have paid $6 for the painting, to be perfectly honest.
It's a great handle.
Alan scores with his Art Deco vases, making a $105 profit.
Oh, come on, buyers, $20 only. What do you get for $20?
4 cups of coffee.
It is 4 cups of coffee.
Next, Eric's barbed wire photo.
I quite like this. You didn't like this, did you?
I'm looking at them thinking, they're beautifully taken, but I hated the subject.
For $20, Eric took a gamble.
At once 200. Anyone can join in, 220. At 220 we'll sell, and
Had to eat my words when it sold for $220 and he made a $200 profit. I've got a feeling that $200 profit might have put Eric ahead in this particular auction. I hope it hasn't.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attendance and your spirited bidding. The results are in. Eric's sale total is $1,680. Alan, your total today is $1,255. That means, Eric, you're the winner by $425.
Well, I would like to say that I've got a really worthy opponent. I mean, I would like to say it, but I can't, you know, and that's the way it is.
Next on Clash of the Collectibles, the boys meet Ludo, Australia's scariest dealer.
No discounts. That means everybody.
Eric has some animal adventures.
Sure you don't want to pet him?
No.
And we find Johnny Depp's favourite place to shop.
He loves knives and daggers.
That's next on Clash of the Collectibles.